Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown, the September 5th, 2020 edition. Luke the Big Dog Williams, Caleb Black, the in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and it's time for 2 weeks of Raw. We're not going to give you the full breakdown. We're not going to give you our reviews. The 2 weeks off has had too much content, too much stuff go on, so we are going to hit some talking points for Monday Night Raw for the last 2 weeks. They might be out of order. They might be kind of jumbled up. They might get mixed in with some other details, but this is what you missed. This is what we're going to talk about this week. Scrambled eggs, baby. Whip them up, eat them. First, I want to talk about the Iconics breaking up last week.
Yeah, this week. Yeah.
This previous Monday.
Yeah.
Wow. What a shame. Well, we've been talking about them breaking up for a long time.
Correct.
Did not expect them to do it like the way they did by putting them in Raw Underground.
Also, well, the tag match they had when they lost was like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, didn't
for
really...
a tag team that literally put the women's tag titles on the map.
Yeah, like again, we've talked often about how we really wanted to see Peyton Royce especially go on her own.
But I didn't want to see Billie Kay put in the back burner either.
Yeah, and I didn't want to see it done like that. I guess be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it.
I guess they listened to our show.
Yeah, right. Dominic, the Monday following SummerSlam, wrestled Buddy Murphy on Raw. Singles competition. Again, great showing by Dominic.
Fantastic kid.
Leading into their tag match at Payback with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Guerrero.
Top notch.
Dominic Mysterio, I know.
Dominic Guerrero.
Go.
You said it right the first time.
Dominic, again, showing he's got the stuff, showing that he's young, he's hungry, he can fly, he can fight, he can crow. Very impressive so far. We'll talk about the tag match with the Payback review. Rufio. Randy, Keith Lee, of course. Keith Lee, after losing the NXT title at TakeOver 30, which again, we've got a review for TakeOver 30 coming up here in a little while, made his debut on Raw against one Randall Keith Orton.
And a good showing, and all the crowd could think about was his entrance music was different, and he was wearing a shirt.
His gear was different, the way, it was, it was.
We want this!
Yeah.
But not like that.
It goes to show that even internally, Vince McMahon has to take whatever's good and change it.
Well, see, my thing is, it's still the same guy.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the crowd's like, well, his theme music isn't as good. Well, his gear isn't the same. Is that going to affect the way he works? No.
No, it might
not. It's Keith Lee. Yeah. Be happy you got him and he didn't flounder like Braun Strowman chasing the Universal title for the last 4 years.
Now, that I agree with.
I mean, let's be serious. Pull the trigger on Keith Lee when you can.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger on Big E when you can.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a Braun Strowman shit show all over again.
Yep, I agree.
But the man's
100%.
great. Fantastic. Keith Lee on Raw where he needs to be.
Yep. Other news coming out of Raw. Drew McIntyre, still big dog in the lane, still Raw World's Champion.
Hairline
WWE.
fracture of his jaw.
Yeah. And, of course, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax qualified to become the WWE Women's Champion #1 contenders pre-Payback.
Yep.
And then took the belts from Sasha and Bayley on Payback.
Yeah.
So, good news there. We've got another
strange bedfellows.
Yeah, another strange bedfellows tag. But, however...
I wonder which one of them is the tag team champions.
Well, Kane is the tag team champion. I guess Kane is not the women's tag team champion.
No, I guess the women's tag team champions would be Shayna Baszler.
You think they could...
No. Fact-checking, Kane is all-time tag team champion.
Oh, so he's all tag team
I guess
champion.
he gets to hold them all. I mean, he does wear a mask.
Are you going to go to him and be like, give me those back?
I won't vote for him next year. Not that I can anyway.
I found that at www. I made that shit up.
That's where this show gets most of its sponsorship.
But not our source.
But not our source. Our source is
come from
infallible. I promise.
Fallicable.
That's not even a word. It's not even
grammatically correct. But no, yes, won the tag titles. It'd be interesting to see the dynamic where they go with that. To see how many people Nia Jax can not hurt now.
Yeah, well.
Even though I heard she got a strong chewing and has changed her wrestling style.
Yeah, she had to.
Because, there's only so many women that they can book at one time. Triple threat. We're talking about Drew McIntyre. This past week we had the triple threat, the 3 matches into the triple threat for
to
the shot
decide the #1 contender for Drew at the next pay-per-view.
Dominic losing to Seth Rollins was a mistake.
I agree. He should have lost. He should have had Seth right where he wanted him, and then Orton should have snuck the win.
I think he should have beat Rollins and went to the triple threat against Keith Lee and Orton, and then
that's right. I was thinking Dominic was
and then
did
did the whole. Well, this kid might actually get a
and,
shot at
and
the
get
title.
that close.
The Rocky
and then
story,
have Orton
man.
come in and punt him.
Yeah.
Like have him come in for the big frog splash on top
Instead,
of Keith
you got
Lee.
Seth Rollins, which you knew wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Keith Lee could have took it, but didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Against Drew McIntyre, that would have been an interesting
the
pairing.
build would have been better if it was
Yeah.
Mysterio.
However, my man, once again, Randy Orton, number one contender.
Of course he is.
As he should be.
Who else on Raw?
As he should be on Raw right now, he is the number one. He's the number one heel. So why not?
Oh, Aleister Black.
To turn
heel
heel.
turn.
Yeah.
And wearing an eye patch like a pirate.
I kind of dig it. I think it looks cool.
How many people are going to lose an eye?
Well, Keith Lee lost an eye. Moxley lost an eye. Dusty, baby.
Rey Mysterio,
Rey
2
Mysterio
months ago.
lost an eye. Yeah, lots of eye losing.
Like-
they
and yet-
actually took Rey Mysterio's eye out of his head.
And PCO, back when he was the pirate on WWE, everybody made fun of him for wearing an eye patch. Now everybody's doing it.
I thought the
He
pirate
was way ahead of his time.
was it Paul Burchill also a pirate, but he didn't wear
He didn't wear the
an
eye patch.
Yeah.
He did the Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah,
Paul Burchill.
Paul Burchill.
Remember when
walking the plank.
They were going to do that angle with him and Katie Lee.
Oh yeah, him and his sister. Yeah, I'd have paid pay-per-view
WWE is
I'd have
so
paid pay-per-view
stupid.
money for that. I would have.
As we've often said, Raw. However, I will say the Thunderdome. I like it.
Yes,
I think it's a welcome addition.
I love seeing Chris Benoit on Monday nights.
That nonsense aside. I think it's cool. He had this idea.
That guy right over there sitting looking at his computer, he loved it.
He had this idea right when everything went.
I did.
Like legit was just like, why don't they just put up screens and have fans pay?
Matter of
a
fact, I'm
ticket
not
price?
sure the date of it, but it is a video on this channel.
Yeah, it's on. Like he created the Thunderdome. They do watch our show.
They owe me money.
Yeah,
I want my money.
who wants his Thunderdome money?
I want it in Bitcoin. No, I'll take
Anyway,
it.
I like the look of it on Raw.
It's fantastic.
I like the fan interaction. We obviously again more from Retribution. Still though, it's just wanton property damage. And I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to lose it for me.
Not only that, the last two they didn't show up to pay-per-views.
Yeah. If we're not going to see them, if we're not going to know at least one member soon, it's going to kill all of it.
If you're not going to put investment enough to make them take place at pay-per-views, then stop it.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I agree completely. Guys, that's pretty much all we can remember worth talking about on Raw
all that was worth
that
talking
we're
about.
not going to cover on the pay-per-view
Yeah.
pay-per-view breakdowns anyway. So that's going to give it for us. That's your 2 weeks of Raw recap. I'm Caleb Black, Luke the Big Dog Williams, the Mighty Max Fury. Make sure to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Find us via email. Sorry, not on email.
There it is.
Via email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. And stay tuned for 2 weeks of SmackDown coming up right now.
One of us.
One of us.